Welcome back to 2020 Trading. My name is Kunle and I'm doing a recap of my trades for today, the 22nd of April 2020. As you can see, I ended up the day up $142.36, but that's not how we started. When I started in the morning, you can see here I was down $81. How did I go down $81? Because I traded in pre-market. I traded beyond meat. Now, why did I trade beyond meat? Because they announced a deal in China with Starbucks. That's a huge catalyst. Now, here's the thing. In a different market, that would have sent the stock up 20% with a lot of volume, but we're not in a regular market, so it didn't do that. Anyway, it pulled back. I came out with a $81 loss. I traded that in pre-market and I was down $81, which I was fine with that because I knew that Beyond Meat had the potential to make the move. So I was fine with that. It was not a problem. So let's see what I did later on when the market opened. The next stock I traded was Snapchat. Now, before that I traded Peloton, but it didn't really make any move, so I traded Snapchat. Now, trading Snapchat was probably the mistake of the day. And why was it a mistake? Because I was trading against the overall market. The overall market was up, but I was going short on Snapchat. I thought because Snapchat was up 23%, so I said it's already up 23%. It's not going to continue up. That's what I thought. But the mistake I was making, what I didn't consider, is the fact that the overall market was up. The S&P 500, the SPY, was up more than 1%. So going against the SPY is not usually a good idea unless you have a really strong catalyst, something really strong to send the stock in the opposite direction. So I went against the overall market, going short on Snap, and I got punished for that twice. The first one was for $41 loss, and the second one for $84, which took me down $200. Now that was not a good way to start the day, but this is where experience comes in, because I said to myself, just take a deep breath and just look for the next opportunity. And I was down $200, but I knew that it doesn't really matter as long as you can find an opportunity. This time around, I'm just going to take a deep breath and look for an opportunity. If I find one, that's fine. If I don't, then hey, it is what it is. I'll come back tomorrow and try to do it again. Anyway, so I went back to Beyond. Now, Beyond Meat. So here's the thing. Beyond Meat has a catalyst, is in line with the market, and it had pulled back to a line of support that I previously identified. So you can see that line there. That's a previous line of support that I identified. So I said, okay, now this thing has pulled down to support and is bounced off that support. So I said, right, this is a low risk, decent trade. And I said, okay, I'm going to get in. So this time around, I got in with $140 worth of shares on Beyond. So I got in there. It kind of like, it sort of hung around that area for a while. It didn't make a move. But let's see what happened later on. So it finally started to make a move. And I was patient with it, I was patient. I allowed it to play out because I knew it had a catalyst. The catalyst it had with China, Starbucks China, that's a big one. Like I said, in another market, this would have made a much bigger move. But I'll just take whatever it gave me. And so, I just stayed there for quite a while. Oh, in the middle of that, I actually got into BIIB, Biogen. I got I think 20 shares of that. So that gave me another $33. So yeah, that was another not too bad trade. But let's just see how the Beyond trade ended. So like I said, I just stayed there. I was patient. At some point it pulled back and I was scared it was gonna stop me out, but it continued up, and you can see the P&L there. It continued towards 89. I got out before 89, but I think I got out around 88.70. So yeah, so I was out there, and that was the end of the trade for the day. So starting out being down $200 and then coming back to be up $142. It wasn't the best day in terms of my trading. It wasn't the best execution, but in the end I was able to hold my nerve and find another opportunity to get back. Next time I'm gonna make sure I do it better. So if you're watching, of course, one thing to learn, one thing to take away is try not to go against the market unless you really have a really strong reason to do that. So that's the lesson for today, and that's the lesson that I took as well. Okay, so that's the end of the recap for today. I hope that tomorrow or sometime this week I'm gonna have a much better trade to show you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Also share with your friends and family, and we'll all see you again at the next one. Peace.